Hello and welcome. Let's solve this question on income tax. Mr. Adongo earns a basic salary of 45,500 shillings and a house allowance of 8,500 per month. Being a civil servant, he is deducted 810 shillings for national housing, which is exempted from taxation. He also pays insurance premiums amounting to 4,500 and is entitled to an insurance relief at 15% of the premium paid, subject to a maximum of 9,000 shillings per month. He is entitled to a monthly personal relief of 1,408. Part A of the question: calculate his taxable income per annum. Then part B, the table below shows the tax rates during that year. Use the table to calculate his net tax, 6 marks. And then the last one, part C, the following deductions are also made from his monthly income: cooperative shares 1,200, cooperative loan 8,500, service charge 575. Determine Mr. Adongo's net monthly salary. So let's go to the first part. So the first part, you're required to calculate the taxable income for that month. How do we get taxable income? And note this, it is per annum. So taxable income is given by taking the basic salary plus all the taxable allowances. So all the taxable allowances. So that is how we get the taxable income. So in this case, we have a basic salary of 45,000. So we take 45,500. Then plus given house allowance. We only have one allowance in this case, and the allowance is 8,500. So this will give, when you add, you will get 54,000. So 54,000 shillings. So that is the taxable income per month. But there's something else that you're given here. Being a civil servant, he is deducted 810 national housing, which is exempted. Keyword here, which is exempted from taxation. So from this taxable income, because we have this amount that is exempted, 810, we are going to subtract 810 because that amount is not taxed. It is exempted from taxation, meaning it is not taxed. So this one will give, when you subtract 53,190, 53,190. So that is now the taxable income per month, but we're required to give the taxable income per annum. So what do we do to make this taxable income per annum? We simply multiply by 12 months in a year. So this will be 53,190 multiplied by 12, and this will give 638,280. So that is the taxable income per annum. Part B, the table below shows the tax rates during that year. Use the table to calculate his net tax, calculating the net tax. So the table is given, the income is given per month, and therefore when we are using the taxable income, we shall use the taxable income that is given per month. That is, the taxable income per month is 53,190. This is what you're going to use because the income in that table is given per month. The tax rate, percent. So we're going to tax this amount, 53,190, using this table, and this is how we're going to do it. So the first slab Remember, don't forget that this is the amount that you are taxing, 53,000. We are taxing 53,000. 53,190. That is what you're taxing. So the first slab from 1 to 11,180. So the amount that you are taxing them is 11,180 times tax rate in percent. So that will be 10%. And here we get the tax of, get it in shillings, tax of 1118. We go to the second slab. The amount in the second slab, this is how we get it. We simply get 217.14 subtract 1180. So that is the amount in the second slab. And when you subtract, you get the amount to be 10,534. So 10,534 times the tax in that bracket is 15%. And these will give, use a calculator to work out these, 1580 and 10 cents. That is what you get. So what you're getting here, this is the tax. This is the tax. Then on this end, this is the taxable income. So we go to the next slab. The next slab is these are 32. We get the amount, the income of that slab. We simply subtract 32, 248, subtract 217.14. That is how we do it. And the amount there that you get will be 10,534, just like the previous one. 10,534 times 20%. And this will give 21.06 and 80 cents. Remember, we are taxing this amount 53,190. So far, you can just check using a calculator. 11,180 plus 10,534 plus 10,534. We can still proceed to the other slab. So the other slab, we get the amount there, 42,781, subtract 32, 248. So that will give 10,533. That is the amount you get when you subtract 10,533 times 25%. And this will give the tax that you get here will be 26.33 and 25 cents. Now we are in the third or in the last slab, and we need to get the remaining amount. So this is what you're going to do. We are going to add the whole of this income. So from the first slab, just take a calculator and add. So we are going to take 53,190. Then we subtract everything that we have taxed so far. The first slab, 11,180. Then plus 10,534. And there are 2. So we multiply by 2. Then plus 10,533. So the remaining amount will go to the last slab. So work out these. and you'll notice you get what is going to the last slab will be 10,400 not 10,409. So that is what is remaining, and that is what is going to the last slab. So 10,409 times 30%. 30%, this will give a tax of 122 and 70 cents. Now we have taxed everything. When you add everything now, the whole of this income, 11,180 plus 10,534 plus 10,534 plus 10,533 plus 10,409, that should give the taxable income per month, which is 53,190. So now we get the gross tax. We get the gross tax, and you're going to get that by adding everything that is here. We add 1118 plus 15 plus 1580 and 10 cents plus 2106 and 80 cents plus 2633 25 cents plus 3122 and 70 cents. That should give the gross tax. So the gross tax will be, you simply add everything there, and that one will give 10,560 and 85 cents. So that is the gross tax. Now, in order to get the net tax, because the question requires us to get the net tax, we take the gross tax. So net tax is given by, take the gross tax, then you subtract all the reliefs. So we have two reliefs here. The first one is the one given here on the premiums. So this is a statement here. He pays insurance premiums amounting to 4,500, and he is entitled to an insurance relief of 15% of the premiums paid. So having paid premiums amounting to 4,500, we should get the relief, that is 15% of that amount, 15% of 4,500. So we are going to get the reliefs. So total reliefs. So reliefs is equals to 15% of 45, the premiums paid. Then we add, there is another relief here. There is a monthly personal relief of 1408 per month, 1408. So total reliefs will therefore be, when you add these 15% of 4,500 plus 1408, this will give 2083. Now we can get the net tax. Net tax is given by, we take the gross tax, which is 10,560.85, and then we subtract 2083, and this will give the net tax of 84.77 and 85 cents. So that is how you get the net tax. That is how we calculate that. The last part, the following deductions are also made from his monthly income: cooperative shares, cooperative loan, service charge. You're supposed to determine Mr. Adongo's net monthly salary. So this is how we get the net salary. So net salary is given by, taking the gross income. We take the gross income or the gross pay, gross income, then we less all the deductions. All the deductions. So that is how we get it. So we go to the gross income. What was the gross income? What was the gross income? Gross income is given as basic salary plus the allowances. Basic salary plus the allowances. We have 45,500 plus 8,500. That is the gross income. So we add these. So gross income is obtained by 45,500 plus 8,500. 8,500. And these will give 54,000. We are not going to use this figure where we subtracted the housing deduction of 810, because we now consider that. We are going to consider that now in the deduction. So for all the deductions now, we add all the deductions. All the deductions will be, we have the first one as the tax. Always remember that we have the net tax, which we obtained from the previous part, 84, 77 and 85 cents. And then we have 810. 810. Now where did I get 810? 810 is here. He is deducted, being a civil servant, he's deducted 810 for national housing. So that one will come to the deduction. It is part of the deductions. And then the other deduction is 4,500 for the premiums. So he also pays insurance premiums amounting to 4,500. 4,500. So the other deduction is 4,500. So we add 4,500. Then from there, we have the cooperative shares. This is part C. Cooperative shares. That will be 1,200. And then we have the cooperative loan, 8,500. And then we have the service charge, 575. 575. So those are all the deductions. So we get the net salary. To get net salary, we take the gross income, which is 54,000, then add all the deductions. So work out these using a calculator, and you'll get this one as 54,000. Subtract all the deductions will amount to, all the deductions will amount to 24,062 and 85 cents. And therefore, the net monthly salary will therefore be 29,937 and 15 cents. So that is how you work out that question.